we have women that they got a man, but they're worried about why other men don't think about them or what other men think about them, or they're posting like they're still trying to attract or advertise for other men and arguing with a man about what they're posting. Why can't I post this? I don't understand this. Why not? You are watching these other women that are girlfriends at best. They may not be nobody's wife, not for long. How they're conducting themselves, and you're saying that's what I want. No, you don't want that. That's out of order. That's why it don't work. When we're so worried about what other people, this random man in Alaska, whether he likes your video or not, or whether some dude at the gas station thinks you're attractive or not. Now we're making our man feel like he not enough because we haven't dealt with our own insecurities. We're so busy trying to look attractive to the overarching whole, and that's because we don't feel good enough within ourselves. We're too dependent on other people to make us feel good about ourselves, and that's an insecurity issue, and that's another big problem with today's.
This video is going to ruffle some feathers, but the truth needs to be told.
Generation, we're incredibly insecure. And because we're incredibly insecure, we're doing all these things to get attention, not intention. And now men are looking at us like, man, they're thirsty. You out here posting yourself twerking with a bikini on to try to get attention from a man to get a like or a follow. That doesn't look like wife behavior. Then we mad at a man because he's sexualizing or objectifying us when you put yourself in that position by what you're posting. You out here posting or showing yourself in different locations, you traveling more than the Harlem Globetrotters, and people trying to understand, what do you do that you're traveling this much? We know you ain't working that type of job that you traveling so much, but you're just allowing yourself to be, I want to be flown out here. I'm seeing this lifestyle.
Man, like I've been saying it for quite a while now. Social media is single-handedly destroying a lot of things that going on in the world, much less dating. Is what it does is it deters people overall reality from what's really going on and what life is really like. It allows people to live in this alternate universe, or this allows them to put out this preconceived notion that things are the way they trying to project them to be, but they aren't. It's like basically living a lie on a screen through your cell phone or whatever you're using to post videos with. And it's just tearing traditional dating and traditional relationships apart. And most women, they'll reply with, "Oh no, my man just insecure and he doesn't have anything to worry about." The first thing they fall back on is insecurity. And this is where I'm going to go into my southern roots of being a southern gentleman. If you dating a man and he a real man does not like or tolerate disrespect. I don't care how secure a man is. If a man is allowing you to get online and you are in a committed relationship and you showing risque pictures just solely for attention, because there's no other reason why. If you're not doing it to make a living, there's no point in doing it. But if a man is allowing you to do that, that's not a real man. A real man gonna stand on principles. But, and I'm gonna piggyback for the ladies, you got to do that same thing for your lady in return. You can't ask her for something, ask her to do a certain thing in a relationship, and then you fall back and do just the opposite. So men be on here thirst trapping, just like females do in these posts and pictures or whatever, getting endorphin hits as well. So it's not just a one-sided street, in this relationship game on social media.
This is a good one. If you are not confident, trusting, loyal, or fully committed in your relationship, social media will absolutely destroy what you have. Period. Here's why. Temptation is everywhere. It only takes one DM, one like, and one late night reply for lines to get crossed. People post to be seen. Half of social media is about attention, showing off, making people jealous, and fishing for validation. That makes it intriguing. You might not even be looking for trouble, but the moment somebody gasses you up in the comments or slides into your DMs, your curiosity wakes up. If your relationship does not have trust, boundaries, and respect, that little buzz of attention will feel exciting. And before you know it, you're entertaining something that can wreck everything that you have built. You're playing with fire.
Now, this is one thing I mentioned a minute ago about when she just said if the relationship doesn't have trust. It's not about trust in that form she's trying to put it in. Yes, you can have trust in a relationship and trust your partner, but disrespect is disrespect. That doesn't have anything to do with the other person's confidence and how they feel about you and what they feel you aren't or are doing behind their back.
Social media also magnifies insecurity. You're comparing your relationship to highlight reels, watching your partner's likes, questioning why they follow certain people. And that paranoia, it kills intimacy faster than cheating ever will. And at the end of the day, if you don't have self-control, loyalty, and transparency, Instagram isn't just an app, it is a landmine. So if you want your relationship to survive, build real trust, set boundaries, respect each other, because if you don't, the endless scroll of temptation will chew your relationship up and spit it out.
I think more so it needs to be boundaries of what you will and won't post when you are in a committed relationship. Like if you knee deep in a relationship and you and this person married or even living together, the women should carry their self in a much different light as far as what they post. A year ago, if you were single and you posting bikini pics with your friends out at a summer bar or something, okay, cool. But if you knee deep in a relationship, you don't need to be posting risque pictures or things that's gonna draw unwanted attention. Because if you think in logic, which I always think in logic, if you posting a booty pic, what's the point in posting a booty pic as a woman other than to get that additional attention from men and women? But the thing is that you have to be careful for what you ask for. So when you ask for that additional attention, be ready for what comes with it. And just like this young lady saying right here, people gonna slide in the DM, people gonna hit you up, and that's when it turns into, oh, I'm better looking than I thought. Oh, it may be something out there better for me. Oh, my man isn't doing this at home. He should be doing that. Well, maybe the guy that just liking my pictures every day, maybe he a decent guy. And then the mind gets to wondering and turning, and the negativity feeds right into the positive so-called reactions you getting online, hence those endorphin hits. When those endorphin hits are addictive and people don't understand, that's a scientific notion too. That's a real thing. Excitement, likes that you get from pictures, it's a chemical reaction in the brain that is addictive, and people don't understand it's more so than just an emotional feeling. It's emotional and it's chemical and it's medically related to each other. So it's the same as when a person gets addicted on alcohol or some type of drug. It's a chemical thing as well as an emotional thing. So people need to wake up and realize that if you want to get in a relationship and you want to have something true and genuine and real, you need to change how you move on the internet, and especially for women. Display and show yourself as being a respectful woman and respect your relationship. And 9 times out of 10, it'll survive what's going on in the world. But like and subscribe. I appreciate the support. Y'all, please comment. Let me know what you think. Let's bounce some ideas off each other. Y'all have a blessed day.